Hi Pisces, let me get some water. Hi Pisces, happy November. It is Ray. Welcome to the channel or back to the channel. I am here with your November 2025 reading. Happy 111 portal. Winter portal between now and 11/11. So happy portal. I apologize for rearranging your time 50 million times, but we are here. I'm gonna turn this down. Let's grab this sage. Let us pray. Let's cleanse away October, invite in the energy of November. I hope you had a safe Halloween if you celebrate. A happy Saturday. Okay. Let us pray. God, Divine Source, Holy Spirit, thank you for allowing me to guide Pisces placements on their November 2025 monthly reading. Thank you for allowing me to be a clear guide, clear channel, clear vessel as I speak to them on what to expect. As this month unfolds, God, please bless each and every heart and soul that taps into this energy with me. Whenever they are guided to do so, allow us all to be divinely guided and divinely led. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. Thank you for divine insight. Thank you for divine foresight. Gratitude. Ashe. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna leave it on for now. Okay, so the themes that are coming up for you, growth and play. Now, I did have to look this up to see if it was, just to see the context, but child's play. And the children they've been playing outside for a while. They're very loud. They sound like they're having fun. But when I looked up what child's play meant, it means something, it's an easy task, something that a child could do. So I do feel like this month is, when it comes to whatever you are trying to grow and expand, whether this is creative or financial or whatever the case may be, the solution is simple. The solution is child's play in a sense. And I feel like that's your theme, like the solutions to your issues, your problems literally are the solutions to the issues of child's play. Yeah. Okay. All right. But you are focused on expansion, growth and expansion. I do feel like that's at like the forefront of your mind. Hold on, baby. When it's time for the roots to get done, the locks start doing their own thing. Okay. Back to you. Pisces, November 2025. But you are the first sign I'm doing on this portal. But I have 4 other signs scheduled. I'm going to do everyone. Finish with Leo. And so, someone else is left. I can't remember who at this time. So you have Pegasus transcending the number 28. The 28th is the last Friday of November. It's Black Friday. It's the day after Thanksgiving. And you also have Wizard of the Woods Focus 50. You're the first of the 5 signs I'm doing today. Someone else had that card yesterday. I can't recall who though. And on the bottom you have Eagle Spirit Freedom 13, Scorpio energy. We are currently in Scorpio season. So with this energy being 13 on the bottom, Eagle Spirit Freedom, this is giving, you know, the resolutions to your issues are easy to accomplish in a child's play way. With transcending and focus, so this is the first time that this card has ever come out. And it's also the deck, the card that's of this deck that it belongs to. So I do feel like you are accomplishing something for the first time in November. There's an achievement that you are focused on. You may not be so focused on it, but there is an achievement that's happening. But interesting, I said focus, and you have Wizard of the Wood focus. There is a heart chakra expansion for you as well. I do feel like you see how this unicorn is like flying her out of the current situation that she's in, and she's just holding on and being guided, not having to put in too much work. But with this, you know, focus being green, the green is very, very loud, the heart chakra, the expansion, the growth. But again, the forefront is growth and expansion for you. I do feel like you are, I don't know, just to, you know, bring it to a simple form. A lot of you, I don't know, hair could be a theme, whether masculine or feminine. You could want to, you could be called to dye your hair, change your hair, cut your hair. I don't know. But also you could be getting out of a situation or getting away from a situation that you have been attached to for a very, very long time. It may have been difficult to walk away, but in the month of November, you're gaining the courage to transcend and walk away. Definitely in the energy of choosing yourself. A lot of wisdom coming into play in the month of November. It's also giving the energy of your hard work is paying off, but I do feel like it's giving the energy of the hands want to get active. So let's just say, you know, if you're someone that works out every day, and you do like yoga, exercises like that, like you could get into it's like boxing, things more aggressive, Tai Chi, shit like that, okay? But Tai Chi would be similar to yoga, but like I'm saying the punching bag specifically, and I'm saying the hands getting active, or this is like, you know, creating something with the hands, whatever it is, the hands are getting active, okay? All right, I'm gonna take out freedom. I do feel like the eagle is your spirit guide. Okay. You could be exploring through nature this month. Just like walking through parks, just exploring nature. Taking hikes. I'm seeing things that warm the body temperature. So, ooh, shit, I didn't mean to do that. You feel trapped in a situation, or you have felt trapped in a situation, obviously based on the message that we've been speaking thus far. But your first card is the Eight of Swords, and the freedom fell underneath the desk in reverse. It showed for you upright, but it fell underneath the desk in reverse. So right now you feel trapped, chained. You feel like it's difficult to get out of a specific cycle. But again, with your first card being transcending and with the Eight of Swords being in reverse, there's freedom coming, literally, okay? The 13th through the 28th of this month could be very transformative personally for you. Yeah, your energy, the High Priestess, and then Justice, 11 to 11. All right. So I'm going to clarify transcending and focus and just see what else Spirit has to say. 10 of Pentacles, 10-10 you could be seeing. Wizard of the Woods. The 10 of Pentacles is clarifying, transcending. There could be family healing. Damn, you came out the moon. Tell me more. Anything else? Yeah, some of you could definitely be walking away from someone, leaving someone behind, whether friend or lover. Yeah, 10-10, 4-4. You also have 7-8-9 here. So there's something you don't know. With this focus card, someone could be actively manipulating you, or you could be actively manipulating someone. Wear the shoe how it fits, put the shoe where it needs to go. With the moon being here, yes, it is your energy, but it does represent something that is hidden, and it being followed by the Four of Pentacles. What is hidden is being released, is being exposed. With the Four of Cups, the divine has been trying to show you something for quite some time. This something could represent sneakiness, deception around you, but you've been, I hear, ignorant and oblivious to the messages. But something's going to happen that's going to shift your focus to what I hear it should have been. I don't know the timeline of this. And that's going to create a change within itself. This does, I don't know, this Ten of Pentacles being underneath transcending is really given. It's someone that's close to you, like someone that's very, very close to you. They know your personal business type shit, okay? Could be 10 years or more. Like, there's history here for sure. But it's like someone wants you to look one way instead of another way. But that other way that they're trying to avoid you from looking in the direction of, you're going to look in that direction. The divine is going to ensure it, so you can be freed from it, okay? Anything else? Yeah, the devil. What's that saying? It's all fun and games until the rabbit has the gun. Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, someone's unhealthy for you, to you. I don't know, but it's unhealthy. It's toxic. But there's an illusion of, like, bliss and purity, and it's the opposite of bliss and purity. I don't know, this shit is weird. All right, let's move on. Yeah, the Ten of Pentacles just fell in reverse. All right, let's see. What's going on with the Ten of Pentacles? Tower, Pisces. We'll take it. Tower. Someone could be having a fall from grace, but no, it just feels like someone's wrongdoings are catching up to them. Okay, so I'm so happy this card showed itself, because, you know, we are slowly but surely approaching a 2026 year, which is 10 energy, okay? Whether you celebrate the new year in January or you celebrate the new year in March with the astrological new year, whatever the case may be, like, and I've said this before and I will continue to say it until I sound like a broken record, and I could probably sound like a broken record right now. I really don't give a fuck, but I'm gonna keep saying it. The Wheel of Fortune is a representation of things going in your favor. It's divine favor. It's not having to worry, especially when it's upright. When it's upright, all is well, okay? It's like, you know, the wheel is still turning, the world is still turning. No matter what the fuck is happening, you are untouched in a sense, okay? It's divine protection on another level in a sense, right? And then it's like, you know, where there are foundations of trauma, instability, codependency, shit of that nature, right? Those unhealthy foundations are going to be tower moments so that the Wheel of Fortune can align and can happen. Now, with the Ten of Pentacles, this could be experienced with different types of people or multiple groups of people, such as it could be experienced with friends, family, fucking coworkers, your job, the projects, okay, collaborations. It could be experienced in a multitude of ways and in more ways than one. But it does feel like, you know, Jupiter, you're ruled by Jupiter and Neptune, but it does feel like Jupiter is about to activate just it's about to expand clarity for you. And with the where is it? Yeah, Wizard of the Woods focus. There is a focus, like your third eye is focused on expanding the bullshit so that you can see it clearly and make a sound judgment call. But again, going back to the very beginning and as your theme, it is child's play. Like you whether it's closing cycles, starting new ones, whatever, again, whatever conflict there is, the resolution to it for you, it is child's play. Now, whoever is affected by this, I don't know about that. If it's just as easy for them, whoever's fucked up in the situation, life is about to become hard. Whoever just is completely oblivious to what the fuck is going on, baby, life will be fine. Okay. Yeah, hope that makes sense. All right, anything else with this Tower? This Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Seven of Cups, Ace of Swords. Someone is dishonest, deceptive, sneaky, childish, a liar, a cheater. What's the song? Is it Liar by Profile? You're nothing but a liar, cheater, deceiver, heartbreaker, and I won't let you back in my life. So I'm taking the house, the cars, the keys, and the dog. I want it all. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, King of Pentacles in reverse. So whoever is the masculine in the situation is... That fell on top of the Ace of Swords in reverse. So that's a loss. I'm going to just leave it alone. And then you have the Two of Cups over here. It's like, you know, the energy of, you know, just swearing up and down, just knowing wholeheartedly that you're about to spend the rest of your life with someone, just as an example. And this doesn't have to be romantic. It could be platonic. Like, you just know that in fucking 20 years, y'all about to be on the fucking beach house, just reminiscing, okay, drinking, smoking, whatever the fuck y'all do, right? But it's like, whoever you think that person is changing. Rightfully so is what I hear. Yeah, Five of Wands in reverse. Shit is just, it's a clean sweep, okay? Page of Wands, new beginnings. I don't like that. I hear new plantations and I just don't like that. What does that mean? New plantations. Okay, so they're telling me to change my perspective. Okay, so, and I feel like this is a message for you too. So you could be definitely, you know, the immediate process is negative, okay? You receive the information and then it's like you go from 0 to 1,000 with this Tower, okay? You turn up 16,000 fucking volts in this bitch, all right? Whatever the case may be. And then you could like really be focused on King of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, the investment of whatever this is, how much time, money, energy, whatever the fuck it is. It's like you're focused on the waste and they're never, it's not waste, okay? It's always an experience. It's always a lesson. It's always something to gain from it, okay? And then, you know, it's like we go to the anger first, and then the last thing that we focus on is like after the healing, we focused on, well, what the fuck were we supposed to gain? Versus the North Node is in your sign right now. So with the North Node being in your sign, it would be you taking the initiative to go from the process of your normal protocol, which would be from 0 to 1,000 versus what was the purpose. It's like immediately becoming solution based, where you focused on the problematic portion of something. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. But where you feel there has been loss, there will be gain. But your spirit team is really asking you to not see it as a loss, okay? See it as you transcending and being freed, okay? Focus on that energy. Anything else? We're good here. All right. Yeah, Nine of Swords in reverse slid out. You're not about to lose any fucking sleep, Pisces. So chill. Just chill. Whatever this is, whenever it comes up, Like, it's like if you usually respond, because I used, yo, let me tell you, it used to be situations in my life, like whenever someone wanted to bring some shit to me, that shit would always happen during work hours. And it would completely throw me off balance. I am a Libra rising, okay? So if it disrupts my fucking day, like I would carry that energy throughout the day. Now I'm a person, I don't like to go to bed mad. Okay, so now, honey, if it, not losing no sleep. But back then, like I would have to take time off work. I would have to just fucking, I would allow whatever situation that had me in a heartbroken energy to really affect my day-to-day life in a way where when it was time for me to get back to business, I had to over fucking compensate, okay? And then, you know, once I started to just shift and take my fucking power back, hold on, let me show you. As I'm saying this message, I even see how it was split. Hold on. As I started to shift and take my fucking power back, okay? No, I'm not losing no sleep or no motherfucking money, okay? We will deal with this shit after the fact. But it started to also show me just how attached and codependent I was in certain connections, whether romantic or platonic. Like, I was fucking wild, okay? I really was. Transcendence is a motherfucker, I tell you, all right? But it's your theme. Anything else for Pisces from this deck before we move on? King of Cups. I love it. Upright. You know, some of you, you may have an understanding of what your cup overflowing means, but I hear you don't. You don't have the understanding that you think you do because you haven't had the experience quite yet. So with that quite yet, you know, it may have been something that touched on it, but it's like you received a piece of the cake versus the whole cake. So yeah. Anyhow, Pisces. Okay, down. You have Leo strength. Feel like you look up to someone. That's what it's giving. Whether masculine or feminine, someone looks up to someone. Or in Scorpio season, before we shift into Sag season, you could be gaining a new guide or mentor. However it resonates. Three of Wands. Have Leo and Aquarius. They're sister signs. So King of Cups, strength. These are all upright, by the way. Three of Wands in the Fool. The Hermit are the majors. I like it, I like it. It's a lot of sun energy here. I know time changes overnight tonight, but yeah. The Star, okay. So once whatever we just read on is cleared, this is beautiful, truly. Anything else? So you keep getting doubles here. If you haven't met your matches in life, you're about to start to come into connection with them. Because you had what, 44, you had 7, 8, 9, but that's not a double. That's just in sequence. Forgot what else the other one was. But here you have, oh, sorry. You have 8, 8, 8. So 44, 88. What was the other one? I don't know. Anything else? All right, I think that's it. Okay. Maybe not. You have 2 pages. It's a lot of different people. Are we done? Okay. It's a lot of fucking cards. Okay, we're done. All right. A lot of majors, though. Hella majors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have 8 majors here. So there's a life change coming. You do have some reversals that came out. All right, so let's run it back. You have the King of Cups upright. You also have Strength upright, but the Empress in reverse just fell out on top of Strength upright, okay? Okay. You have the Three of Wands upright, the Fool upright, a lot of Sun energy. Then you have the Hermit. You have the Star. You have the Eight of Pentacles. Page of Cups in reverse, Page of Swords upright, Knight of Swords upright, Ace of Swords in reverse, Temperance upright, the Hierophant upright. You have the Sun upright on the bottom. How many cards is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, 15. So I do feel like Pisces, for some, if not most of you, Scorpio season will be your last season of a certain experience. I do feel like when we shift into Sag season, especially since Temperance is here representing Sagittarius, some form of a new beginning, new life is happening for you. The way November initiates versus how December initiates will be like night and day or day and night, however. But let's just read this individually from how they came out. So with the King of Cups, emotional stability, all right? Feeling balanced, feeling like you are in control of your emotions. You know, throughout Scorpio season, because it is a water sister sign of yours, your emotions could have been erratic, up and down. Why am I saying tinsel? Anywho, but stability is coming. If you are someone that has been alone for quite some time, you may want to test the waters in a situation, okay? Now, with Strength being here, even I'm going to continue the test the water situation. If you are wanting to test the waters in a situation, approach it from a child's play perspective, okay? It's kind of like being too direct, too serious will turn someone just completely off. Especially if this is someone you want to connect with, interact with, get to know on any type of level. Now, from another perspective, because the King of Cups is looking at Strength, okay? He's looking at her, she's looking at the Lion, okay? She is not... She's focused on something else. And then that wizard, what was it? The Wizard of the Woods focus, it's giving the King of Cups, okay? It really is. It could be masculine Pisces, I don't know. But you could be a feminine, and that could be another thing. You could be a feminine Pisces that has been heavily active in your masculine energy. And with this strength and not, you know, taming the beast within, okay? It's like you're tapping into your femininity. But yeah, there is emotional stability. And again, where you would want to go from 0 to 1,000, it's like normally where you would respond as being unstable, you're responding as being stable, okay? Some of y'all are crazy as hell, but anywho, moving on. With the Three of Wands, travel could be on your mind. It's giving going somewhere warmer, especially since there's a lot of sun energy here. But it's like you feel, I don't know, you could be very called to just, wherever you travel to, if you are looking to travel, is traveling where it's warm and where there's water, okay? Okay, whether this is a lake, no, a river or a beach, but it's more so giving river beach versus lake. I hear lakes are simple, go bigger. So yeah, river, beach, something like that. I don't know. But it does feel like you're moving into a carefree energy with the Fool being here. It feels like you are The Fool feels like the energy of freedom, especially since his pants are green. It's just giving walking light where you've been walking heavy, okay? Not feeling like you're having to walk on eggshells, you know, being just is giving back comfortable in your own skin somehow, some way. And also, you know, it's like you're newly inspired, you have new ideas, you want to plant new roots, new fucking seeds. Do you, boo? Now, with the Hermit is Virgo, your opposite energy. So the Hermit is definitely giving the energy of the moon, because the moon is 18 and breaks down to 9 as well. So something that you've been in the dark about, it's coming to the light, okay? Your focus is about to be expanded on it, as we mentioned earlier. With the star being here, November is definitely healing for you. When where's the phone? Shit, hold on. I feel like with the star, when we move into the Scorpio New Moon, that will be a great time, especially since it's a water new moon, for you to do your, whatever your cleansing routine, ritual is, do that then, okay? Salt baths, but I also see someone visiting the water at night. But it's the perfect time to cleanse, okay? Okay. Now, with the Eight of Pentacles, Page of Cups in reverse, Page of Swords, Eight of Pentacles is building, working on something. So there could be information coming to you through work. I feel like when it comes to work, whether this is you work for someone or you just have a platform, there's a lot of discussion about you and your work. Why? But I also feel like information is coming to you through work as well. I don't know. Tell me more, please, because I don't know. Justice. So air energy is heavy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and then we have death on the bottom. Because the Page of Cups in reverse would be, you're not laughing anymore, okay? It's not funny. It's just, it's not funny. You're not laughing. But at the same time, your opposite is earth energy as well. So the Eight of Pentacles is you also. It's regarding work, something that you are working on, that you do for yourself, someone else, the collective, whomever it is that you serve, you clock into. I don't fucking know. Now, even though all of these clouds represent confusion, a lack of clarity, the gray area, the fog, in a sense, right? Cloudy skies type energy, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 7 birds above his crown. So it's also giving, and then with justice coming out, spirit leading you to certain information so that you can cut something. But out of the air, Libra, you have a lot of air. You have the Ace of Swords in reverse too. I don't know. Or it's like information that you may know that could affect other people that you're not telling. I don't know. I really don't. But I'm also getting boundaries are starting to be crossed as well. Yeah, 4 of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. I don't know. It's also giving the energy of like walking away, but in a ghost in a ghosting type of way. I don't know. It's like people think you're doing one thing, but you're doing the opposite. It could be many things. What's the overall message so I can move on, please? The High Priestess is in reverse, which is you. So why is Justice here? The Devil in reverse. Just feels like someone's about to be saved and someone's about to be fucked over. Ace of Wands. I don't know. But with majors clarifying this minor energy, like something is, like, so if it is work, it's company based, right? Or department based. If this is something that you're building, I don't know. There's a lot of people talking though. Talking, discussions, seeing like meetings. And people just, I don't know what they're talking about though. I just see a lot of fucking mouths moving at a fucking table or some type of fucking meeting. But pay attention to what's not said is a theme when it comes to work, especially if you work for someone else. Now, if you work for if you do something on your own, why are we stuck here? You could feel stuck in a routine, stuck in a position, unable to elevate, unable to get in a certain position that you are worthy for. It's giving if something has been denied to you, it's about to be granted. Expectations are changing in regards to decisions that are about to be made as well. But back to what I was trying to say, when it comes to yourself, the message really is, because it's conflicting, because I out of all these cards, I'm stuck on Justice. Like I can't take my eyes off of the Justice card. Okay. And with the way that these cards are, I cannot see the scales, but I can see the sword. And the sword feels like truth. The sword does feel like justice is coming, right? So, but at the same time, there's a need, like being mentally sharp, okay? Mentally ready is going to definitely do you well. I don't know why that's very important in November, but mentally ready, mentally sharp. If your mind is unclear, I hear find a way to ground it. Because your mind is going to, well, our mind is our greatest asset. As I always say, once you lose your mind, you lose everything. But going back to how we started, you're not laughing anymore with the Page of Cups in reverse. Something could really be triggering you, pissing you off. You could feel like there's an unjust, and you could be mindful of how you use your tongue too. Because with the High Priestess being in reverse, it's like your tongue could fuck up something, I don't know. And it goes back to the beginning of going from 0 to 1,000 versus being solution based, and solution based would represent the energy of the sword. So how you handle something will determine where you go next, okay? And when it comes to yourself, it's like every time I try to dig deep on that, so maybe this has nothing to do with yourself. This is in regards to working for other people. I hear you at. Okay, let's move on so we can move the fuck on. All right, Temperance in the Hierophant, 5-5. Hierophant is 5, Temperance is 14, breaks down to 5, Sagittarius. Taurus energy, we have the Taurus full moon on the 5th, okay? And I do feel like this Taurus full moon is connected to whatever this Ace of Swords in reverse is. Because this Ace of Wands represents a lighter beginning, a lighter new beginning in Sagittarius season. Now, for some of you, you could be walking away from a job. I'm really not getting that. I'm really not, okay? But it's like, you know, being in the energy of making lifelong changes out of emotional, impulsive feelings and shit like that. There's, I don't know, but you started with King of Cups, so there is emotional stability. But it just depends on where you are. Because everyone's maturity level is different, if we're being honest, okay? But as I mentioned, the resolution is child's play, so it's not giving the need to worry. It's giving, the only concern you need to have is how you respond. That's the key. All right, and then with the Empress fell out on top of Strength in reverse. So, you know, you could feel less of a man, less of a woman by not reacting to something. You could feel disrespected in a situation where you are demanding respect, whatever the case may be. And the red horse is the horse of war. Its back is turned towards all of this energy. So if you initiate a war, expect to take a loss. Just to be direct. And if you choose to wave the white flag, you can expect justice, to simplify it. God damn, that's a fucking lot, Pisces. 222 when I looked up. So, yeah. That's the message, okay, from the ancestors. Tomorrow is Dios de los Muertos, Day of the Dead, okay? Just saying. All right. Hold on. I need to place my order. Pull these cards first, and then I'll place my order, and then I'll read them. Pisces, November 2025. Groupthink in reverse. Your mind isn't like, yeah, your mind isn't like people around you. It's giving the it's giving the energy of like minds that you want to connect to are distant. It's like close but distant, but then people that I hear have no substance are easy to get a hold of. Some shit like that. I don't fucking know. Choices and their consequences. Pisces. Hi, Danny. Hi, Time. It's November 5th. It's also in the description box as well. You know, I'm just saying. All right. Pisces. Opportunity. Experiencing life as it comes in reverse. I just got hot as fuck. Inspiration in reverse. Intentionality in reverse. Whose energy is this? Pisces? Someone's an opportunist. I don't know whose energy it is, though. Someone doesn't like to take someone's advice either. But someone's advice could save someone's life. It's giving that choices and their consequences. All of these are Not all, but most, 90% of these are reversed. Are we done? Is it because I feel irritated now? Oh, what happened? All right, teachability is on the bottom. It's the second time you had the 28th. So pay attention to the 28th. Again, it's the day after Thanksgiving. As the US knows, it's Black Friday, okay? What the fuck? Oh, we still have 2 cards. Adaptability. It's a lot of fucking cards. Why are you getting so many damn cards in every deck that we pull from? Let me place my order and take a breath, okay? And figure out what within this energy just triggered my energy. It's gonna take me like 2 minutes, okay? Oh, wrong app. Okay, sorry. Thank you for your patience. Hold on. Okay, we're good. Okay, we're good. All right. Now, let me just read this to you. So you have a group. I'm going to just read the subtitles of these cards. Groupthink in reverse, choices and their consequences upright, opportunity is upright, experiencing life as it comes in reverse, inspiration in reverse, intentionality in reverse, preparations come to fruition reverse, the authentic self reversed. My left ear feels like it is on fire, so feminine energy, gossip. Forgiveness in reverse, refusal of the call in reverse, confidence in your magic in reverse, diving into a task in reverse, rising above the fray in reverse, needing direction upright, adaptability upright, bold step forward reverse. And I don't know if I said this, but you also have the authentic self in reverse. Let me separate what's upright to make it easier for me to read this. Okay, so what we have upright, choices and their consequences, opportunity, needing direction, and adaptability. Some of you are going to take a high road. Some of you are going to take a low road. Also, if you, I hear the word malice. If your intention is malice, what does that mean by definition? I specifically hear if your intention is malice and you speak of the gospel, it's giving like Old Testament punishment. What the fuck? What am I reading? Hold on. Malice. Malice is the desire to inflict harm or suffering on another, or the intention to commit a wrongful and injurious act. So in legal terms, it would be first degree, murder. Okay. But on a spiritual level, it would be the desire to inflict harm. So spiritual level, this is, honey, this is why there's boundaries with the spiritual world, okay? But when it comes to candle magic and shits and fucking dolls and shit, okay, you gotta be very, very careful, okay? I don't fuck with it, but I know the people, God bless. So malice could also be defamation, okay? But an evil, so the legal definition, an evil intent or knowledge that a wrongful act will result in injury to another. So defamation of character, okay, that makes sense. Maybe that's where that heat is coming from. Because this shit looks like a defamation of something. I think we started with someone's not taking advice, someone's an opportunist. But someone has, I hear, gotten off scotch-free with a specific intention, doing act for quite some time. And it's like, if you didn't understand the impacts of if whomever is the culprit does not understand what the number 9 means, it's like they will have a spiritual lesson on what the number 9 means. But as I said, if someone's going to take, some of you are going to take the high road, some of you are going to take the low road. Feels like cheating too. But not like cheating like in school, cheating on a test. But it's like, cheating your way through life, skipping steps, fucking up others over to get to where you want to be. But it's interesting because I feel like the energy it presents innocence. I don't know. It's very fucking weird. Adaptability. So again, a new beginning is coming. A new lifestyle change is coming. That cannot be denied. And I will just say, with all of you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You have 12 reversals. And you are the number 12. The Hanged Man, Pisces. You are also the 12th house. What is hidden? Secrets. Hidden. Okay. So to read this individually, you have become independent in some form of fashion in your own life. You have taken control of something. I do feel like, again, when it comes to independence versus codependence, some of you lean more so on the independent aspect. Others of you, it could be a codependent aspect. You got to be honest with yourself. However, it's like the path of independence has taken away your inspiration. It's made it's contributed, I'll say that, to your intents becoming, I don't want to say impure, but your darkness definitely overpowers the light that you carry. Now, with preparations come to fruition, that's flow versus force. But, as I always say, when this card comes out, it's 42. So it always gives me the 42 laws. And when it's in reverse, it's giving me multiple laws have been broken. The authentic self is saying you've been wearing a mask for quite some time. And forgiveness is telling me there's a lot of hurt and resentment in your heart. Now, with refusal of the call being reversed, you have said yes to a certain journey, a certain path in life. But with confidence in your magic, you are still currently operating from a wounded place. You're giving from a wounded place. I don't think you're giving from an empty cup. I think you're giving from a wounded place. With diving into a task, you have not been doing the necessary healing that needs to be done to truly transcend the energy, which is contributing to why your main first card was transcending. With rising above the fray in reverse, again, you're even taking the I do feel like a lot of a lot of y'all, let me not overspeak on my damn self, but you may think you are the wisest of them all. And some of you, I don't know, you may unfollow, you may tap out, this may trigger you. But some children are wiser than you. And what I mean by that is, yes, you may have an answer, but someone else does as well. Multiple truths exist, right? And it's giving like your way or the fucking highway. And you living in that energy has you empty. And it has you wanting to play it safe. It has you walking on eggshells. It has you, you know, it's like over editing, over I don't know. I don't fucking know. Or it's like overdoing it or just not putting in the fucking effort at all. Like there's no even common ground here. Okay? Now, with choices and their consequences and opportunity and needing direction, as I mentioned, there is a guide coming. Or a guide is present, and with adaptability, you can choose to listen now. Wizard, where's the damn card? I keep forgetting. Wizard of the Woods, focus, okay? You could choose to focus and listen and pay attention and receive and change your damn life and free your damn self, okay? And transcend this shit, or you can choose to suffer. The choice is yours. But this conversation, it's not a game. It feels very intense. It feels very serious. It feels very fucking triggering, okay? The way my body temperature is going through all kind of fucking temperatures right now, okay? It's like you don't have to live like you're hurt. You don't have to, it's like you're walking with your past being your truth. And yes, it may be a truth that you carry, but it's not your identity. But heavy energy on the lack of fucking effort. I don't know what it is about that, but you can do better. And it's like in the way that you can do better, it is child's play. Like it's not over the fucking top, okay? It really isn't. So don't even try to play yourself like that. And I'm not gonna allow you to, if I can help the situation. But you're grown as hell. Do what the fuck you wanna do. I don't know. But I will say this, please, on behalf of yourself, teachability. Yeah, 28, 29, 12. Okay, protecting the future. Your future depends. But with this portal, the last weekend of the month, pay attention. But utilize this portal wisely, okay? It's an 11-day portal. You had justice. So, yeah, I don't know. Moving on. Sounds like there's baby birds crying outside. I keep hearing God appoints, God appoints. Here humans are, damn, humans are appointing themselves. I don't know what's going on, Pisces. I don't, but it feels like very North Node in Pisces, this conversation. Feels like a North Node conversation. It doesn't feel like a sign conversation. Like, it feels like we are at the gates. I don't know. You have forgiveness again, upright. It came out in reverse originally, but from the other deck, I'm sorry. And then you have flow, but flow, it came out upright, then it wanted to do a damn turn, and now it's upright. You can make this hard, you can make this easy. So, no kids should be listening to me, but I'm seeing two people do the do. But I'm seeing two different versions of doing the do. So you have the version where someone is gentle. I'll just say that. And then you have someone who just does not give a fuck about anything else but self-satisfaction. The feeling and the experience are two different experiences. So I feel like that's a reflection of the emotional reaction for you. I don't know why that scenario is coming up, but it can be gentle or it can be forceful. Forgiveness and flow is gentle. This courage on the bottom is forceful, okay? I hear Yo Gotti tell a hater, I said, fuck you. Wonders and openness. There is a miracle. Wonders, we do have a miracles card in this deck, but this amethyst breaking through. Well, we'll just leave it at that. There's a breakthrough. You know, you're never without Pisces. None of us are. We really aren't. But it can be difficult for us to see that based on certain life circumstances, you know. I recognize that and I will acknowledge that. Your heart is closed. If it's not closed, it's very restricted. But it's very interesting because I'm just seeing someone that personifies being loving, caring, gentle, nice, sweet. Which Pisces, yeah, that is how y'all come off. But it's like if you were to peel back that layer and really see what's up, things are not as they seem. Now, this full moon, even though this is not the full moon reading, it's going to be separate, but the full moon is asking you to be open. I do feel like the knowledge and the information that's coming to you, you will not question that it came from the divine, okay? Whether it's through a dream, through reality, however it shows up. But you're being asked to release the anger, to release the bitterness, to release the judgment, to release the jealousy, to release the spite, whatever it is, let that shit go. Because it's starting to eat at your soul, whether you realize that or not. You may not think it is as intense as it sounds. You may be on some this too shall pass, but it's like if you don't take control of this, the heat just came on, it will consume you and take control of you. Whatever the fuck it is I'm talking about, okay? But with you representing the high priestess, what you do, once you know, you are held accountable for the information that you know. That is a spiritual fact, okay? But look what slid out, miracles. So there is a miracle, trust, and again, child's play, simplicity, all right? But focus is a theme. You cannot, if you have a certain goal, stay focused, okay? Going back to, honey, I would get heartbroken and lose fucking days of work and all kind of shit. Fuck that shit. I won't do it anymore. But then I will say then, I was looking for someone to, I was not as independent as I am now. And I was looking for someone to save my ass, okay? And that was a time in my life where I just did not want to be I did not want to be alone. And if you try to tell me that you did not want to be with me, you were fucking delusional. And the truth is, my ass was fucking delusional. I was delusional as hell, okay? But you live and you learn, and that's I've been living and learning, and it's been a beautiful experience. Truly, the good has outweighed the bad. All right, what else for Pisces? The lightning bolt, control your anger. Up in the air. You've been holding something in for quite some time. The only thing upright is lightning bolt. You have up in the air in reverse, birth in reverse, community in reverse. I just hear these. I hear these, those, them. Are not your people. All right, so this energy feels very tribal in a sense. When I say these are not your people, it feels very tribal. I don't know if you heard that outside. I think that was a gunshot. I don't know. But it could be in a sense of a tribe you're birthed into, but not really. It could also be I don't know, it's showing me like a tribe that they invite in outsiders, but they have to prove their loyalty to be an insider, to be able to claim the name or speak. I don't know. I don't fucking know, okay? But it's like the tribe that you clarified would be yours here on earth before you got here is not the ones that you are currently surrounded by in the physical. It feels like they're scattered throughout the earth at this time. Some of you may, I don't know, it's given like thinking you found your community, thinking you found your tribe, thinking you found your people, but it goes back to the beginning. Like just being sure that something is guaranteed to be with you for life, and it's about to be different people. That's what this is giving. But you're ending with the light of the world. The number 10 is heavy. There is a life change coming, okay? And then your energy, the scribe on the bottom. So it's time to write a new story, write a new journey. After the 12 is the first house, Aries, the new beginning, okay? A new will of life, okay? And also, you know, a lot of you may specifically focus on new beginnings when you were born with birth, but your rising sign is a new beginning within itself when the sun is in your rising sign. So for me, I have my solar return in July, but I'm a Libra rising. So every Libra season, I feel like, honey, I'm on some new shit, okay? And I do be on some new shit. And every fucking Libra season, because it initiates in September, honey, September's be life-changing for my ass. But anywho, you have 8, 9, so you had 7, 8, 9 at first, and now we're ending with 8, 9, and 10. But your 9 is in reverse, up in the air. And just something is about to be grounded. And grounded as in to never take off again, to never move forward, or grounded as in rooted in the earth. It depends. But it feels like a lot of this is grounded to never move forward again, with birth and community in reverse. Oh shit, I forgot about my order. Hold on. We're about to close anyway. Oh shit, they're on the way. Perfect time. All right, let's bring this to a close. I'm gonna turn this heat off. Anything else for Pisces from this deck as a closing card? On track. The message is the message. Today is the 1st, okay? So you may not like it, but it's the truth. And the truth shall set you free. And that's why you had the freedom card, okay? The eagle is your spirit animal. All right, so the last card will be from the deck we started with to get your theme. And then Taurus is next. Close this out for Pisces, please. You know, if you feel like no one gives a fuck, your ancestors do. They really do. And enough is enough, okay? Okay. So we started this with, I feel like you're focused on growth and expansion is on the bottom. But let's see, closing message for Pisces. Again, the resolution is child's play. You need, please keep that in the back of your mind all throughout this month. Freedom came out again. And then you had healing, but it came out in reverse. You have not been doing the healing that you think you have needed to do, but 4-4. And the first house, Aries is the number 4. So Scorpio season, things are being grounded for you to get into the real healing that needs to happen, okay? That you have been avoiding by whatever fucking energetic or physical distraction that there has been. And then you can experience joy. 22. I love you. God bless you.